Good morning. I'm humbled today to share the good news about the Dunham Fund grant that they're making to the Aurora Public Library Foundation and for the benefit of the library. John Dunham was truly a visionary man, and the Dunham Fund continues that visionary activities and grants through grants to things like education, science and technology, community development, and also the arts. So we're pleased today to say that we're going to have several art elements that are coming to the library. First, at our main entrance off of Middle Avenue, there's going to be an art element to welcome you into the library. And so we will have an element that will be commissioned to have a great art work as we enter the art library. The second element is that we're going to have an art contest to have permanently displayed art items brought into the library. And the event will be open to people of all ages, and we will announce that later in September about the details of that. So we'll have some art throughout the library as a result of this grant. And then the final portion, and what we're really here to talk about today, is that we're going to have another art element that will be in our atrium. And there's a blue ball that's hanging from the atrium out there that you can see where it will be hanging from. And we'll talk about the details of it in a minute, but it'll be there and it'll be on permanent display. So it's going to be a wonderful time, and we really appreciate the grant from the Dunham Fund. At this time, I'd like to call Mark Truemper up from the Dunham Foundation Fund to help unveil it. So, come on up. Okay, and oh yes, I forgot. Everybody was given an envelope, or many people were given envelopes. It is now time. Mark, you're going to announce them. Open their envelopes.
Please all open your envelopes.
As you can see from the picture, the dream catcher, as we like to call it, or as the artist calls it, is going to be a captivating piece of artwork. It's roughly 14 feet long by 12 feet wide. It'll be hanging in the atrium. It'll be an event, or it'll be an attraction that will bring people to the library to downtown Aurora. This time, Mark, I'll turn it over to you to make the details.
All right, thank you. Just to start off with, John Dunham had a vision for Aurora. And part of that vision was to make it a better place than it was today, in the future. And he had three foundation pieces to that. One was education, one was through enterprise or business, and one was through community development. I'd like to commend the library board, their staff, Aurora Stoney, for presenting the grant to us. There was a lot of thought, a lot of innovation, and I think they thought outside of the box a little bit when they developed this concept, because it's really unique in that the dream catcher not only is a dream catcher, but there's a kiosk showing how it's going to be built, and there's also a component in their life development center that's going to allow patrons of the library to form their own dream catchers. So I mean, to tie all those things together, I think is really not something that you normally think a library would do. Because I mean, I never thought that a library would take all those components. It's more something like SciTech would do, where you take a concept and develop it and let everybody get hands-on experience with it. So I'd like to commend the library and their staff and our board for coming up with this concept. I'm here today to announce that we're going to do two grants, and Jeff talked a little bit about it. One is for the Dreamcatcher, and one is for the art work that'll be outside of the library. We're given a grant of $175,000 to construct the dream catcher, and we're also given a grant of $75,000 for the fabrication of the artwork. And I think the artwork project is also innovative in that you're going to try and take you're going to have a contest and pick 4 artists of different age groups to try and construct these figures and come up with an idea. And there's also going to be a cash reward, from what I understand, to the winners. So, without taking up any more of your time, Jeff or Todd, I'd like to present you with a check for $250,000 for this.
Get my nose though. At this point, I'd like to thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. This is a great day, and as I said, it's always wonderful to do this, and it's just a great thing that we have, and it's going to be a wonderful addition to already a great library. At this point, I'd like to introduce our mayor, Tom Weisner.